for you here. And I can't make that switch over, so weird. All right. Percy, go ahead I'm sorry, Coach, go ahead and kick us off with just little thoughts on the game tonight, and what you see in Dallas and what you're hoping to get from our team tonight.
Right. Dallas, to me, is a team that's not indicative of their record. Very physical guard, athletic guard. Obviously, Enrique is a load. Mabry is playing at a high level, and then adding Gray and Sably back in the mix create difficult matchups. But I think the most important thing is to hone in on our scouting the defensive end and get stops within one possession, get our flow on offense going, and hopefully, play to the scout and limit the players that we need to limit.
Great. Percy, if you want to go ahead, you are more than welcome to get in as many questions as you'd like today.
Awesome. Hey, Coach, I know that the other day we referred to your lineup as the big lineup, but is it getting to a point where it's not the big lineup, but it's just your lineup?
Yeah, it is. I know we refer to our big three, in Stewie and Jewel and Sue. But if we're talking about big as in length, we do have length on our team, but yeah, it's become our lineup. That is true. That is correct.
And so are you still thinking, because so at the beginning of the season, there was a thought that you guys were going to sort of miss and match as the sort of opponents dictated, but is it getting to a point where maybe that's not going to be the case and you're just going to sort of go with your lineup and then the rotations may shift in, or do you still think that you're going to sort of change who goes in and out of the starting lineup?
Yeah, obviously that comes with consistency, and we talked about this. We hadn't quite had everyone here, and I think the games will kind of dictate that. I think as players, you want to have a consistent role and know what that will be. We can't dictate, the season and what plays out as far as what may happen physically with our bodies. But at the end of the day, I think there will be more consistency in what we do. But, we're adding Katie Lou back in the mix as well. So I don't want to say, yes, this is solidified and we see something, before Katie Lou left, we really liked her in the lineup. So again, we're still kind of rolling with the information that we receive game to game. And I don't want to tell you yes and then go back on my word on Sunday and it changes again, But yes, you are correct in what you're asking and alluding to is that consistency for us, which hopefully within the next week or so we will have.
And I think I was just maybe referring more towards Sadie's and just, sort of her coming into the lineup there. Does she, as a starter, just give you something that, that maybe you even hadn't had even last year?
Yeah, you think about our opponents, and a lot of teams have big fives. You go from Phoenix to Minnie to Vegas to Indy, and we've played those teams. And what Sadie's allows us to do is to keep Stewie off of those fives, honestly, and to have Sadie's in the lineup, mixing and matching with our post rotation. But, Sadie's is a smart player. To me, she's like a guard in a post player's body. She does there's so many little things that she does in the game, little nuances that does not show up on a stat sheet, but it's so big for our team. And if we can use her size in our lineup to mitigate our lack of size when it comes to, the post players, then, that's a good look for us.
Yeah. Hey, and then just on her, anybody that she reminds you of, maybe another WNBA player that you've sort of played, a while here. I'm just trying to figure out her game some, that she does have that great size, but I'm still trying to figure out, what is it that she does well on the offensive end and on the defensive end?
Mm-hmm. On the offensive end, it's like little nuances. Like she swings the ball and gets into a ball screen. On the backside, she's flaring. She's always in the right position. She is not a player, in my opinion, that is in search of her shot, more so in search of good offense. And defensively, you know, she's tall, she's smart in her defense, her schemes, her understanding of how to play players. And again, a player that isn't gonna wow you on a stat sheet, but a player that we know and understand, that understands our system and makes other players better.
And then I'm just also trying to do something on Dan Hughes. And it isn't lost on me that two of his proteges are meeting in two games this week. Just your thoughts on maybe just like how did he impact you, affect you as a coach?
In a great way, mightily. I mean, just to be able to, you know, sit alongside him during the games, to be in meetings with him, to pick his brain about certain things in the league, certain players. He's been around the game for a long time. I'm a type of person that enjoys the presence of knowledgeable people. I don't want to say older people, but people who have wisdom. And he has that. And I think what he has done for me is has empowered me in so many ways. You know, in 2019, he dealt with cancer. And for me, seeing his battle and coming back in that resilience, that was huge. You already know it's more than just basketball here. And I think to see that, to see his fight, to see his dedication, you just understand what type of a man he is. And then to give me a responsibility and a role to be able to use my voice to help this team, it really impacted me in a way that I will carry that with me for the rest of my journey in coaching and wherever else it takes me.
Did he invite you to hop on his staff, or was that more of a team thing? Just how did that sort of come about?
To hop on his, I didn't hear that part, to hop on
Yeah.
on his staff. Yeah, I think it was a combination of both. You know, this being in this organization as a player, and you know, me being done and moving toward the realm of coaching. It was a combination of ownership group and Dan's blessing for sure.
And then just this last thing, just maybe a thought on just the coaching tree of just sort of Dan has here. I mean, it's yourself, it's Vicky, it's Sandy, it's James, and Cheryl that are currently in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. When you are coaching in this league and you have assistants, you know, it's about building that tree and helping and enabling them to gain knowledge in order to one day have their own team, run their own team. And again, it just speaks volumes to what type of man Dan is, what type of knowledge he gives his assistants, and what type of experiences we all receive to have a chance to coach our teams and do it in a way that is impactful. And obviously it is a reflection of him. And we, when I win, when Seattle Storm wins, he wins because of that. We're always connected in that way.
That's so cool. All right, Coach. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Percy. We'll see you later.